thinking at all?
No, I think he said he could sign me and sell me. No, that was the main part was knowing that this organization wants to win, and I understand the fans want to win, and when the fans keep showing up, they're always the motto is the fighting Phils. You never count them out until the very end, and that's ultimately what's the best part about this organization is they're going to fight to the very end, no matter what, and always trying to find the next puzzle piece to make us winners. That's something where it is. It's I know they're going to want to win, and we've got some great core guys that are going to be around for a long time that want to win.
Did you specifically ask Ruben, okay, if you sign me, can you be able to fill some other holes?
I answered that for him, actually. We did have a discussion about it. We
Yes.
talked about it, and we did discuss the fact that the magnitude of the contract would have hindered us from doing some other things, and in some cases it might. But again, as I told him, our goal remains the same: is that to try to put pieces of the puzzle around these core players to make sure that we're a championship caliber club.
And then 6 days, I guess, before the trade deadline, you kind of figured out what you want to do.
We're just going to try to improve the club as much as we can, whether it's improving it for 2012 and beyond, or for 2013 and beyond. A lot of it being dictated by the way we play.
Jeff?
Guys, back here. Cole, you had expressed interest that it's only human nature to maybe test a free agent market. How close were you to that? And also for Ruben, how close do you think you guys were to maybe losing Cole Hamels to free agency, or maybe get to a point where you would have to maybe trade him so you wouldn't completely lose him?
Shoot. When we started this 10 days ago, kind of got it really narrowed down. So it's when you see a team and you understand kind of the magnitude of what can happen. If I don't understand, I'm not the business type guy because I don't have to think that way. But if the team's going in a different direction, then I guess you want to try to always make the team winning. So but when we looked at the way that it was, the negotiations finally picked up, then that was when I really knew that they were fully committed in trying to keep me, and I was very excited about it. And I think that's kind of where it puts any sort of thought about testing the market, because this is what I know. This is where I've wanted to be, and this is why we've allowed for us to always have that open talks and the open negotiations.
But did you think there was a point that you wouldn't still be here?
Probably in 7 days. I mean, if we didn't narrow things down or talk, then probably would have been 7 days from now.
I mean, that was a possibility, but the reality of it was that the goal never really changed. Our job in the baseball operations department is to try to explore all areas of being able to be improving and to improve our club. And ultimately, I think we decided that the best way to improve is to keep what we have and to try to move forward from there. So, was it a possibility? Sure it was, but it was not. Certainly wasn't our goal. Our goal remained the same, and that's it's pretty public about it. And then it was to keep Cole and to continue from there.
We have time for a couple more, Mandy.
Cole, can you kind of compare your night of sleep last night, once it was done, once it was agreed upon, to as recent as the last 10 days or even most of the season?
I was a little sore. I got a couple of injections yesterday, so I couldn't sleep on the left side. No, it was nice. I mean, to finally have the deal done, because it is anytime you get into negotiations, I don't think anybody sleeps well. I don't think either side, because you want the initial goal is to get things done, and you just kind of want to narrow it down until you're until we're there. So it was a great night last night, and I think there's going to be plenty of great nights to come in the next 7 years.
Chris?
Yeah. Ruben, with the way the team has played since the All-Star break, are you encouraged by the fact that they've won some games? Is that going to influence, what you do on the July 31st trade deadline?
Yeah, I think it will, but in a lot of ways we kind of have our whole arsenal together. I think the biggest thing that we have is the presence of those. We kind of the big three, but having Roy and obviously Chase and Ryan in the middle of the lineup, it really, that was a club that we were hoping to have coming out of spring training, but we're at least close to that. But injuries are part of the game. We don't use them as excuses. All we can do is just try to play the best baseball we can possibly play from here on in, and hope that we can put ourselves in a position to get back in this thing.
Ruben has a radio show in just a couple of minutes, so this will have to be the last question. Leslie?
Well, going into these negotiations, before these 10 days, what were your specific concerns about staying? And at what point did you say, we're going to get this done?
Ultimately, I think winning. It's to play in an organization that you're accustomed to winning, and the just the emotions that go with winning. It's great, and when you're not winning, your emotions obviously can take a turn, and you always have to stay positive. But it wears you down, and then just knowing that the reassurances that we're always going to try to go out and win. But ultimately, finally having I guess the Bermuda Triangle of the big three, we finally got them back. That's this is what the team was built on. And to have those three guys back and to finally get the lineup going, that's the positive I guess mojo that you need, and what I wanted to see, and just the way that they're going to come back and approach and be the guys that we know they're all capable of. Knowing that I can go out there and play in front of sellout crowds here, it's you can never take that away. It is. I mean, I can't thank the fans enough, but it's to be able to see what they do and how they can turn a tide, especially against an opposing team. It's the most positive reinforcement that you can have.
Thanks.